Welcome back to SportsLine here on News Channel 5+. Jon Burton with you as we cross the half hour. By the way, good night so far for Nashville SC on the road at Inter Miami FC. They were leading 3-0 at last check. Hani Mukhtar with 2 goals in that game. We'll have complete highlights, post-game reaction for you over on News Channel 5 during the Sportscast at 10:21. We had hoped to play you Clark Lee's press conference from Tuesday as Vanderbilt gets set to host number 2 Georgia on West End on Saturday. Of course, the Bulldogs, huge favorites in that game, about 35-point favorites in that game. Unfortunately, due to some technical difficulties, we are not able to bring that to you at this time, but we can bring you, as we spin it back to pro football, Titans quarterback Ryan Tannehill. He, of course, leading the charge last week in the second half with the big comeback victory and in overtime over the Seahawks in Seattle. And, of course, again, an opportunity to get another win and get a divisional win and knock the Colts down to 0-3 this Sunday and put the Titans over 500 at 2-1. Here now the quarterback of the Tennessee Titans, Ryan Tannehill.
Ryan, you've had a lot of game-winning drives in a relatively short amount of time since you've been here. What mentally goes into something like that? Require a little bit more patience, a little bit more staying calm than I don't know, another drive during the game?
Yeah, those are something we prepare for. I think that's where it starts, is in your preparation. We get a lot of reps at those during training camp. During the week, and we talk about it a lot. So something we know is very important. I think it's crucial just to stay level in those situations. Obviously, it's a intense, big moment of the game, right? It's make or break. So everyone feels that pressure, but I think it's important for me to remain steady and kind of transition or exude that confidence over to the guys that we're going to go out and make this happen. Last week we started off with a -10 on a holding play to start the drive, and there was no panic. Our guys stayed confident, total confidence that we were going to make a play and get it going, and we did exactly that.
Have a game-winning drive where you never had to throw a pass before that you can recall? I guess the overtime one I'm thinking of.
No, I mean, got the ball in great field position there, so we were already right there on the fringe of field goal range. We knew if we picked up a few yards, then it was going to make that field goal easier. And obviously, O-line and Derek did a good job there of creating some space and getting us in for a close field goal.
Julio had a lot more success, I guess, on Sunday. You think that's kind of a culmination? Maybe were you building to that? Maybe with some of the work you had to practice.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I've said that, from day one, is the more time we get together, the more that relationship's going to grow. Obviously, you see him go up and make a play early on like he did in the first drive of that game, going up on a 3rd down in tight coverage, put a ball where really trusted him to go get it, and he went and got it for a huge first down. So you see him make that play, and it builds the confidence quickly.
This team has a tendency to do its best after something bad happens, the Arizona game and then the bad first half, and you come out and look fantastic. Do you have any idea why that is, and do you think it's a dangerous characteristic at all?
Yeah, I don't know why that is. I think offensively we just didn't finish drives. We were moving the ball down into the red zone and had or really close to a couple opportunities for touchdowns down there. So, wasn't our best ball, but I wouldn't say it was extremely bad or anything. We just needed to finish. So we had that confidence that, we're moving the ball. We just got to execute and finish drives. So no panic. We just believed in each other and knew that we would get it going and get in the end zone.
Overall, do you need to be, I don't know, more ready when people believe, more ready when bad things haven't happened?
I don't think it was a matter of readiness. I think we were ready. We came out ready. We moved the ball straight down the field, had big 3rd down conversions, and executed well up until when we got, down inside the red zone. So I don't think it was a matter of readiness at all. I think we just have to sustain that execution down into the red zone. Excuse me.
Sort of along those same lines, Vrabel just said that focus can't only be a response to adversity. Can it be a challenge when you're piling up wins, maybe and things are going well, to stay focused and keep that sense of urgency?
I can if you let it, but that's not our mentality around here. That's not our mindset. success doesn't just happen, especially in this league. It's tough to go out and win every week, and if you let your attention and focus slip, then it's going to show. So our mindset, no matter what's going on, is to come to work ready to go, work to get better each and every day, prepare to win football games, whether you're coming off a loss or a win.
So you've developed a trust level with Chester Rogers since he's taken over in the slot. Can you talk about how that's developed over the course of camp up till now?
Yeah, Chester's done a really good job for us. He's a guy who came in last year, saw him making plays against the defense, and then during training camp, he just continued to improve the entire time. Made some big plays for us during training camp and built that trust. And again, showed up on Sunday, tight windows on third down, making tough catches, taking hits, and converting big first downs for us. So really confident throwing the ball to Chester.
Ryan, you've obviously been around Derek for a while at this point, but are you ever still maybe just in awe at what he's able to do on a regular basis? And, after a performance like that in Seattle, do you ever find yourself just kind of being amazed?
No, I don't think there's any amazement. I think he's proven what he could do, and he goes out and does it. I think that it's awesome to see what he can do, but I don't think there's any amazement. I think that, like I said, he's shown what he can do. He's tough, he's physical, he is durable, and he makes big plays. So excited to see him. When you see him kind of round the corner and one-on-one with a DB, that's when the blood starts pumping. You get excited, knowing that he can make that guy miss, stiff arm, outrun him, whatever it may be, find a way to get around him and go for the long run. So when that happened in the game, I turned around, handed off, set up, and saw him kind of round in the corner, gaining speed with one defender coming in, and knew it could be a big one.
What does it say about his consistency and his history when he's doing these things that only the Jim Brown and Barry Sanders have done, and it's not amazing just because he did it last week,
I think his durability. You look at how many carries he's had, how many touches he's had over the past couple of years, and he comes into the building and it seems like he's unfazed. He's not ever walking around slow or sore. I just think he's built different, and that enables him, obviously, with his mindset and his work ethic and everything that goes into that. But it enables him to continue to make plays on a week in, week out basis.
We see the work that he does during practice, catching the ball with Coach Dews, and then just Sunday career high in catches. What was to that, and how much can that be something you can kind of spin forward and get him more involved in the passing game?
Yeah, he made some big plays for us. There was a couple screens in there, which were awesome to hit, but the other ones weren't really designed. We're trying to push the ball downfield. They were doing a good job of sinking underneath our concepts downfield. Try to take what the defense gave me, which was the checkdowns. And when you throw it to a guy like Derek, and even Jeremy had some big ones where he took a hit and gained some extra yards. So if they're going to sink out of there and give us 10-plus yards of space underneath, then we have to be able to get the balls to the backs and let them make plays.
You've taken more hits probably in the first two games than you wanted to. Are there things that going forward that you can do in terms of checks and audibles maybe to try and keep yourself out of harm's way a little more?
Kind of depends on the play. I think there's a lot of things that go into that. But, yeah, we want to try to limit those hits as much as we can.
We've seen you stand and deliver the ball in the dirty pocket, guys flying around you. Is that basically just your mindset when you're back there to just ignore the rush and hey, I'm probably going to get hit, but I got to deliver the football? Is that just part of the gig, being a quarterback in this league? Yeah,
I think so. Obviously, you kind of want to feel it, right? You just don't want to blindly stand there and just continue to wait. But there's a lot of situations where you can see your receiver or the concept opening up, and you just need to stand in there for a half second. You feel it coming in and know you're about to get hit, but you see what's about to happen downfield, so you can stand in there and let it rip. And then there's other times when it's not as clean downfield. You feel some space or feel the pressure, then you have to pick up and run. So a little bit of both, right? So it's sometimes you're going to stand in there, and sometimes you want to be able to move and get off the spot.
Ryan, you're going to get the Colts early on twice here in the season, this first run-up. And what do you see out of the defense from this team?
I have a ton of respect for this team and this defense. It's a sound defense, and we have a ton of respect for the way they play us. They play us a lot like we like to play. Physical, finish. They're going after the ball. They have playmakers. They're sound. They're not giving up anything easy. You have to go out there and earn everything. So it's a big mindset week for us of go out and execute, and we have to play our style of football, which is exactly what they're trying to do. So it's going to be a battle of who can do it better.
Important to kind of sustain the momentum and kind of not give one back. You want to win every week, but you got a chance to kind of take a pretty good lead on a division foe. Make this one bring even more heightened awareness to this one.
Anytime you play a division opponent, the stakes go up. So, and every time we play these guys, we know it's going to be a tough game, and they're going to come to play. So, yeah, a big week for us to go out, accept the challenge, and play well.
Having not worked much with Julio necessarily, did you find yourself during the game trusting his ability to make a play, just throwing it up there and seeing what he could do?
Yeah, no doubt. I mentioned that first one on the third down that it was covered. Everything else was covered, and I was about to get sacked, so I needed to get the ball out and put a ball in a place where he could go make a play. He jumped. I don't know how high he jumped, probably 9 feet high, and made a play on the ball. So you see him make that play. It's a pure trust play, and that confidence goes up. And the one that got overturned in the red zone, again, pockets closing in, about to get hit, have to get it out earlier than anticipated, than what we'd repped, and put it up in a place where only he could get it. He goes up and gets it, and whether there was a blade of grass or not, that's still up in the air. But good to see him go make those plays, no doubt.
You've been around a lot of good receivers, but how rare is his ability to do that?
Well, it's special. Obviously, he's shown it for 10-plus years now, his ability to make those big-time plays. He has a great feel for the game. He's played a lot of football, so he understands what we're trying to do. Then he has the physical ability to go do it.
Improved as a pass catcher and as a pass blocker in your time here.
Hey, he's working at it constantly. You see him out here with Tony. He is big for us in the blocking. There's some safety pressures in this last game. We knew Jamal Adams was going to come, and Derek did a good job of stepping up and taking care of him. That way I could deliver the ball. We had some huge plays in the pass game because Derek put a good block on the safety underneath. So definitely a guy I have a lot of trust in the pass protection game. And then obviously we saw what we could do once he get the ball in his hands on checkdowns or screens or whatever it may be.
You got a wheel route vertical shot to him anywhere, in the playbook?
I'm not going to give up our game plan, but, it's good to see him make those plays, and the more plays he makes, the more confidence you get, no doubt.
In your history, you've been more likely to get hurt in the pocket or on the move?
I don't know. I try not to get hurt too much.
Born in Texas, were you Oilers? Did you have any early memories of the Oilers? I guess it's the Oilers tribute week. Did you have any early memories of the Oilers from your days growing up?
Yeah, I can remember Oilers games. I was still pretty young, but remember Eddie George, Warren Moon. Early in my life. My dad was a Warren Moon fan, so remember that. And then obviously right when they came here, obviously the game against the Rams. So those are pretty early on in my life, but definitely good memories.
Titans starting quarterback Ryan Tannehill meeting the media earlier today over at St. Thomas Sports Park as the Titans get ready for Sunday's game against the Indianapolis Colts, noon kickoff at Nissan Stadium. And of course, Tannehill leading the Titans, helping to lead the Titans back that big second-half comeback last week at Seattle. Titans again will look to go 2-1 on the season. Colts come in 0-2 and really playing for their season. Again, it looks like Jacob Eason will be the starting quarterback for the Colts instead of Carson Wentz, who sprained both of his ankles last week in the loss to the LA Rams. All right, time for another break. We'll come back and talk more, and your phone calls, as always, are welcome. You're watching SportsLine here on News Channel 5+.